Good evening, visitors to Human, and welcome back to our Alexander Rebels campaign. And you join us outside Memphis for what could be a crucial affair here today. We've got ourselves a very small chance of victory. A few cavalry, maybe, just maybe, can turn the tide, but they do have themselves all sorts of fantastic units to take us on here today. So hopefully we can hold on to that. But elsewhere there are problems too. Halicarnassus under siege from a full stack, and Ortesion about to be attacked by none other than Parmenion himself. Over in the east and the south we have ourselves, well, a good selection of cities. We've done well to kind of take a few territories and hold on to them, and of course the main thing last time was the great play for Nisa, which was devastating if ever there was a play quite as devastating as that. Of course we thought Darhay were dead, turns out they're sneakily surviving up here in the north. Indeed, that play did not quite come off if we got all these forces, if we had managed that. Sadly, that might have to wait for another day. But for now, the focus needs to be over here in the west, and Memphis is going to be a tricky old affair. Let's get going. This is going to be an incredibly difficult and brutal battle. In many ways, I'm very much reliant on the cavalry to arrive, and they need to actually follow my instructions when they're entering the battlefield. It can be a little bit difficult. We need the ram and the tower to burn down. I'm not convinced we're going to get that, but we're going to have to hope. Over on this part of the battlefield, we're going to throw in against these Phrygians, who are pretty darn solid. I'm afraid we're going to lose this, but I'm not so worried about winning this side of the battle, because I'm pretty certain the cavalry can arrive to do the damage before too long. Now, as for the rest of this needs to burn down. We should be fine with that. This tower is slightly more the problem, but we do have plenty of people to shoot at it, so we might just get a good chance here. Plenty of men up on the wall. A couple of them managed to be picked off, which is impressive considering, considering the battlements. But there we go. We will have to hope this burns down. The general, come on, general, we really need you to get your way over here just a little bit quicker. Tower and the ram are still going, and that is a big problem. Ladders are coming up, but we've got these guys surrounded. We should win this side of the battle with any luck. Indeed, Romans are not afraid, but we are terrible, useless rebel units, so we're very much likely to lose. It looks like the tower is going to make it. There's the last few arrows coming in. Please, 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 please. No. Sadly it's not, but the ram's burnt down, but frankly that is not going to be enough. Right, you guys, charge him. That'll be absolutely fine. We should break them with one hit here. With any luck. Come on, that is them gone. Perfect. Next unit, take them out. These guys, for some reason, were still fighting. I'm going to put them on guard mode. Other guys have entered the city. Just get yourself to the plaza. Marvellous. You guys are useful. Courage and skill, yes, we have that, probably, maybe. Right, the Baconian horsemen, do you want to take them out? Yeah, I reckon we do, actually. We're going to go for them. These guys held up surprisingly long over there by themselves, so well done you. But unfortunately, we do need to start considering we're going to do about the siege tower. At some point, we're actually being brutally beaten over here. That's unfortunate. Everyone gets on top of them. Let's at least win that battle. General is going to take out these guys. Come on. We should be able to win that. If we kill their general, we might have a chance to break them. We have actually managed to take him out. Just about, anyway. Well done, chaps. Come on. Come on. That will give us an opportunity to ride on. There he goes. Perfect. That is a good situation. Come on. Anytime. So, with this, alright, they're going to go start storming over to this wall. That's fine by me. What do we need to do over here? We are fighting them down on the wall. We're going to at least keep the tower shooting on that chap over there. That is good. As for the rest of this stuff, get yourselves over here right now. Peltasts they need to go down. Just charge into them. You chaps, you don't have any javelins. Don't get yourself killed. Right, they're gone. That's good. They're shaken. These guys are shaken. Try and hit him in the back. Do what we can. Just try and take him out. I said try and take him out. You're going to be too late. Come on, don't start climbing the ladders. Then we can't do it. Damn and blast. Damn and hither. Okay. We are still fighting in a few positions here. They've actually got their spikes away. Oh, they're broken. They're broken. We're on top of them. That is beautiful. Okay, things are going okay. It's going okay. These Cav are doing marvellous, marvellous work. We've got those guys wavering. That's one of their units plodding around. That's their tower, so we need to be kind of careful here. You guys get on top of them. I don't really know what we're doing. Probably take out these Persian infantry, actually. That's a good idea here. Now, we've got one break, but actually we've got the rest of this. What do you want to do? They're going to start coming up, the Greek spearmen. These guys, you know what? I'm just going to flee back to the plaza at this point. We've held out for a little while, but that'll be long enough. I don't want them to break on that wall. If they break on that wall, we can't do anything about them at all. Actually, see if we can get on top of them. See if we can hit these guys before they get there. And we want to get... Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. We're too far away, and they're not acknowledging us. No! Get yourself over here. Right, I think we need to get everyone to the plaza at this point. It's a bit of a shame. We've just got to see what we can do. I mean, the battle's going more and more in our favour, and certainly the morale is in our favour. Just see if we can force them into the position we kind of want, which is about here-ish. Come on, get yourself into them. Might just wander on top. Are we going to poke them? We're just going to stand around? Oh no, we are doing it. We might get a lucky break. Might just force a break. They're steady. Okay. This is not how the game intended for this situation to happen. But it's kind of working. I mean, I think they're just climbing. They're just climbing. Oh, well. We tried. Fine. Anyone else outside the city? Yes. Persian infantry. Still our tower. Should we charge them? No. We should wander around the walls here. These guys are going to hold them up. We'll keep shooting them with our towers for as long as possible. Cavalry. Yeah, just draw the fire. Draw the fire. Get yourselves back over here. They're wondering... God knows what any of these units are doing. Okay. You guys chase them down. They're gone. That's grand. We've got a chance, but I'm not quite sure how this is going to end. Here's the big one then. We have 2 units of Phrygian mercenaries to take out. 49 and 78. That is an awful lot for us. A few more Greek spearmen coming in over there. A bit less worried about them, but we'll see as time goes on. Obviously, I want to pull them in to the to go and get hit by these javelins. The javelin men are going to get throwing, please, anytime soon. That'd be marvellous. Lovely. And hopefully these guys will get a nice charge in. We're hitting them on their weak side. Lovely. Get a charge in. Get a charge in. General, hit them in the back as well. Get a proper hit in on those chaps. Hopefully this will do the job. Okay, that was a decent hit. Pull out of there. And, okay, we obviously have the advantage on the plaza here. We can hit them in the side, and we are not going to rout. So, let's just keep on going. Another charge. Another charge. Don't let them hit us. Right, they are now... Yes, they're broken. They are broken. That is brilliant news. Brilliant news. You guys hold off your general. Hold off your last javelins. You need to go and hit those guys. Oh, they're out. They are out. That's fine. Actually, I don't know quite what this banner... What their score's currently for. But, oh, you guys pull out. Pull out, pull out, pull out, pull out. I was trying to say what's their score for right now. What units they still got around. I don't really know. Peltas, you get into their flank. We are going to get around here as well. We need to get these guys broken. I thought they would die by now, but they haven't actually quite decided to flee. But they are about to be surrounded. Come on, hit them, hit them, hit them, hit them, hit them, hit them. Is that the break? They're wavering. Come on. We really need them to break. They're charging in their reinforcements. That is not good. Oh, no. In comes a charge, and I think that's going to be... No! We managed to get them. These guys. Got a charge in the rear of those chaps. Interrupted their charge. Right, General, get back into this. We can still do this yet. They got another break. They got another break. One more to go. One more. Get on top of these guys. We got another break. We've almost done it. Okay, look. It's in our favour. It's in our favour. Yes. Come on. We can do it. Is it just this guy? Just these Peltas? I think it's just the Peltas. General, see if you can get those Peltasts. We've got victory. Gods be praised. Okay, We can continue. It's fine. We can continue. Mop them up. Unleash hell. This one man stays on the plaza in case something goes weirdly wrong. But yeah, the game should not muck up for us at this point. How? I mean, when the tower got there, I didn't think we'd be able to do it. But I think we just retreated back to the plaza at the right time. Yeah, of course, with the wall fighting, when they rout, they just stand there and fight to the death and die. So if they're going to do that, I mean, it can be useful for stalling, but you really don't want to get stuck in that situation for very long. This tower's theirs, by the way, Thomas. I should really be careful about that. Get on top. Get on top of these guys. Mop them up, as many of us as possible. And we just don't want to run out the gate until we've got that under our control. So we should probably just let them go at this point, shouldn't we? Probably should, you know. We're going to get general killed by oil in our own city or something ridiculous at this point, aren't we? Probably. Okay, we'll just kill whatever's left. But yeah, what a beautiful, beautiful victory, and very much an unexpected one. Right, we've now got the towers back on, so might as well charge out. We're safe to do so without the general being murdered. Gives us a chance just to get ourselves all the way up to 90%. Ah, we've just reached that in time. That's lovely. What a victory that is to start us off here today. I think we've really needed that because last time it was such a crushing disappointment. Oh, squeaky man, squeaky narrator man. Never have I seen a victory quite so ridiculous as that. Truly, his squeakiness was earned on this day. Less chance of a heroic victory on this particular occasion, though. We're just going to have to accept the loss of Banu over there. But it's fine. How did we do that? Well done, sir. Now, this good chap here, he's a drill master and he's got the Harris specs, but yeah, he's got the drill master, but he still managed to hold on there. Well done, sir. Okay, so what we probably want to do is, oh yes, we've got a big siege over here from Macedonia. Do you want to sally forth or do you want to wait for them? Well, I certainly do want to wait, but I don't like it when they don't build units on their first turn. Halicarnassus also under siege here, so likewise, probably, oh actually they are, they do have equipment. We'll let them come into us then, and we might have an opportunity. An army up here in the north, doesn't look like we can do very much with that. No, I don't think so. We'll just get these guys murdered, I'm afraid, chaps. You probably picked the wrong time and place. So, Nisa, or we're going to have to come up with a suitable title for Nisa, to be honest. But we'll head back over to the great city of Siles. It's well worth seeing if we can just spot a situation. Actually, just getting spies there will help it in terms of causing a bit of unrest. So we'll go and make sure we do that. You sustain Banu. Oh yeah, we have tons of people here. You go to Bactria. Did you get yourself killed? No, you're all good. And you, sir. It's not worth sending any more up there, I don't think. You probably should just head over towards Balak over there, and you into that sort of a region. Fine. A much better view then of their territories at this point. A few units floating around. You can, or you could head to Commander, but you could head into Tabay. I don't think we're going to quite do that at this moment. We're just going to get ourselves back in the city here and try and hold a tiny bit of ground to get the barracks. Could do with a unit or two just in case we have the chance to go somewhere. And of course, yes, Persepolis looking strong. Okay, yes, of course we started the battle, so we didn't really get the proper introduction. But last time was just lots of a bit of ups and downs, a bit topsy-turvy, lots and lots of sacking going on. But how much we can hold on to, yes, slightly different story. Big army at Tyre. We're going to really struggle to get this up to speed in order to defend this in time. Did I not get a barracks built there? I probably should have. So at least we might have a chance to get another unit or two. But that part of the world's looking a bit vulnerable. A little bit vulnerable. Vayazadata, I think you will get the city named after you, but I'll do it when I'm be less embarrassed by everyone watching me misspell it. So that'll be renamed at some point in the coming turns. So we'll just bang a load of spies out of Sinope here. We are starting to run out of money. I'm sure you've noticed that. It doesn't help when all your cities are under siege. You have about 8,000 boats on the books. That doesn't help either. But we, I don't know. I think we should probably just pump all the money into our recruitment slots just to make sure we have the next stage of the plan. Each time we take towns, we get slightly stronger and they get slightly weaker. So we should just bear that in mind as we tear them apart. Okay, there's an army down here. Just keep an eye on him. Quite happy to do that. Really sure what the best plan is over here in Tuxedo, but Banu might come for us, but we will see them coming. I do like having this much in terms of spies and eyes on the ground. As for Nisa, it would be lovely if I could get some men trained here. I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, I think the meeting hall did work because we used it up in cells before. So we might be able to retrain. Not sure how long we can hold on to it, but we will give it a try. God damn it. So, big army over there and a big army by Sousa. But if we can get up to about half a sack, we should be okay to deal with that particular bunch of chaps. Okay, things looking good. Time for me to flick around the map, make sure we're in a position for the next turn. A big battle at Halicarnassus then. Can't say this one wasn't expected, but we do have ourselves some reinforcements. Hopefully they can be put to good use. They do have the slight men advantage, but I don't think they have a ridiculous amount of ladders and entry points actually, so we should be fine. No general, nothing elite, no real experience, so we should be absolutely fine. Of course, the more men we have left over, the easier it will be to start moving eastward and securing Asia Minor. Hopefully, before we start pushing on this direction too, maybe in an episode or two we'll find the west of the map painted in beautiful, sweet grey. But for now, let's head in, let's clear out Halicarnassus. Intriguingly, they're actually attacking on two fronts here, which I do not see the AI do very often. Now, I did think this round would burn down, but actually there's not really much in terms of a tower over here. So I'm just going to get these lads to run out over here, cause a little bit of chaos to those chaps. And as for the rest of it, yeah, they're all coming in at all sorts of funky angles. So we're going to have our infantry take on all of this. I've just realised that yeah, they're going for that angle, aren't they, Thomas? Yes, they are. So we might just need to change this position around just a little bit. You lads, get yourselves over here, and we'll replace them up. Fine. Hopefully this ram will burn down because I'm very much banking on the ram burning. It's a fairly standard kind of situation. Let's get ourselves over to the general. Of course, the location clicker isn't very good on this game, so we'll just try and cause a bit of chaos for them. We should be in the range of the old... yeah, we should be ranging the towers very soon. If I can disturb them, just as we start shooting arrows, that would be ideal, but we've got them mounting anyway. Right, these three guys, get yourselves over here. Get yourselves into those chaps. These guys should pull out. We should be okay over here if the cavalry decide to pull away. Marvellous work, you chaps. Get yourself over there. Nice and quick. Come on. Don't get yourself caught. And the towers over there should do their sweet, sweet business. Now, I did say the ram would hopefully burn down. It hasn't burnt down, so that's a bit of a problem. Boiling oil, let's burn a few men, but no ram. That's unfortunate, actually. Yes, it is. So, they have some siege towers at the walls. Bit annoying, but we do have the Caracades up here if they're going to have to be a bit thinly defended. Right, let's get us back over to the general because I think he's going to have to do some good work over here. So he's over in this position. These chaps, I reckon these three infantry can just charge into those chaps. One of you can take on the Beltasts. In fact, to be honest, we'll probably kill those as we gallop past. So let's just get ourselves over here. That will be marvellous. And we'll just take out the Beltasts. These infantry can take on these chaps. And that should finish all of that up nice and speedily. Good news. Right. With the Peltasts on this flank taken care of, we'll then swing the cavalry round. That should help us in terms of the sheer numbers. Those guys won't last very long at all. Their ladders seem to be held up here. I'm not quite sure why. Interesting. Interesting indeed. And we got the... oh, just Persian infantry there. Okay, let's just reassess what infantry we've got on the walls here. Some Persian pill test down there. No, I think, you know, we'll be fine, actually. We will be fine. These chaps are going to come round. They're going to get straight on top of those Persian infantry. Get your javelins out, lads. Get your javelins out and finish them off. Now, the oil's doing a good job of really slowing this ram down. I'm really very used to rams getting into stone walls, so it's unusual to see quite much effective damage the oil is doing on this occasion. I think we'll be okay here, actually. I think we'll be fine. Bit of chaos with these particular chaps. Get yourselves here, please. Thank you very much indeed. So yeah, both their ram and their siege tower has arrived. These guys are in battle. They should really be winning that. I really hate the camera on this game. There goes the wall. They're broken now. Good news indeed. That means they can run themselves in here as a spare set of men. As for all of them running in, oh, they arrived a lot quicker than I expected. Okay, we have made it over here. Okay, that's good. Take off your javelins. Persian infantry are back there. We need to go take out their cav, to be honest. Let's see if we can take them out. So, do we? You know what, we can disrupt these guys for a little bit longer. I'm happy to do that, actually. You guys, get on top of them. See if we can clear them out. I think the more of these we can take on, the better, to be honest. Get them sorted. We'll clear out cavalry at the gate if they want to come in. Yeah, this is good. This is good. We're tearing them apart from this side now. They're not even coming through the gate at this point. They are on guard. That's good. Keep them on guard. The cavalry might start to wake up, but we're controlling all the towers, so I'm quite happy with this situation. Get the charge on. Charge into their cav. Not much of a charge. It's not a charge at all, and their wedge isn't really wedging us up, but that's their general. Perfect news, and with him slaughtered, this went last time. I think that was a key moment in the last battle, actually. If we hadn't killed the general like we did, we would have had a few more problems. So, Barcanian horsemen, take them out, please. Try and get a bit of a side swipe into them. I really could do it not losing my general late on in this battle, so it'd be very nice if we could get on top. Come on, these guys are really slow at getting on top of people. There we go, there's a rout. Maybe we can get on top of them. They're the same cav as us, but they should be shaken and quick to break at this point. General, just pull out of there a little bit. I don't want you dying for no good reason. And if we can, you know what, so you pull out as well. Let's just get these guys out of there. They're a little bit penned in. That didn't break them immediately. They're broken. That's a bit annoying. Okay, well, the job's largely done. We've largely done what we need to here. We're winning on the walls in general. These guys are doing a bit of damage. You chaps, if you could just run into them, that would be perfect. The ladders are still waiting around, which is very strange. Very strange indeed. Our cav are going to run through the open gates. Well, that kind of works for us. We're going to pull them into the oil and into the spears. So that'll be very nice indeed. If we wanted to put on the oil, maybe wait for our own lads to get through first. You lads, just charge out, hit those cav. They're kind of bugging me at this point. So if our general just mop up these chaps, I think we'll be in a pretty good position. We'll just mop them up as they start to flee. Oil is pouring down on the general over there. That is good to see, and our lads are starting to pour out to push him away. I'm quite happy for you lads to stay here, actually. Just hang around at the gate. Those cav at this point are kind of done, so I won't worry too much about them. If I can sneak them out, I will, though. Just to see, they are just kind of hovering outside, so sadly no opportunity for that. But it looks like we've got this battle well under control. What are we on now? Yeah, 16 to 73. That is very nice. And now the reinforcements have made it to the gate. If they wanted to pile into this gate, they should have done it before now, because we are here and ready to finish them up. It has occurred to me this man looks exactly like a cast of surveyors, which I guess from the timing of where we are, perhaps this is his grandfather. Indeed, perhaps he is due for great things. He comes from pretty much the same part of the world, so I might just be right on that. Maybe we can see the legend starting to take fruition. Looks like they are routing up there. That is perfect. Greek mercenary infantry are pretty solid, but I think they're going to break, to be honest. They're wavering and not quite broken, but pretty much there. These cav can come and join us on the old gallop and murder spree. Just ignore those Persian infantry. They're going to get themselves shot by the towers in time. Yeah, I think that is pretty much everyone at this point. Get everyone down to those Persian infantry, finish them up, and that will be the battle there. We can pretty much mop up every last one of them. And the story of Akas is starting to take shape. I don't know this man's name off the top of my head. Perhaps that new legend is beginning. I love our men clambering down the walls at this point to come and chase the last few men away. Oh, it is a spirited performance. So many dead Persians lay at the edge of the walls. Indeed, squeaking narrator man, the day is ours. Oh yes, this is Mithridates. Of course it is. Yes, Pharnabasis of Mithridates. I did like to recall to my generals as the old Mithridates. So, oh, that's a beautiful, beautiful choice of name. It does seem fitting for Akas. So perhaps we will see the legend come to fruition. I quite fancy our chances over there. Now, as for this nonsense, they are getting themselves some equipment. That is good. That is good. We haven't lost, actually, our men yet, which is good news. So, Halicarnassus, get yourselves some restocked units. We are out of money. Damn, we are, aren't we? Okay, I did set up a few of the towns with a long list of units. So we are getting stuff out, but that was the last of our money. So we need to try and think how we're going to use it. How this place hasn't rebelled, by the way, I have no idea. I'm just going to have to move them on to ISIS at this point. Bit of a shame, but hey ho. If nothing else, it might be causing them a few issues. It might be why we're grabbing ourselves a few. What was I saying? I don't know. Oh dear, it might be why we're grabbing ourselves a few random rebel units here, because we are at least causing them a few problems. It's 140, so they've somehow stabilised. They probably murdered everyone. That normally does a little bit of the trick. Right, in Rakotis over here, we are getting ourselves a barracks, so at least we can get some units out. I do not have a long enough list of units over here at Vezhir Data, and have to learn his name in time, because that was a pretty legendary victory, if ever there was one. You actually picked up the Harris specs, by the way. You picked this up by losing battles. Technically, where Sunny forfeit us, I just auto-resolved it and it drew. So that kind of played the sad music. So I picked up the Harris specs for a draw, which obviously then led to us just walking into the city. I think they poked us a second time, and that time we took it. So yeah, that worked out quite well for us, all things considered. As for Persia, they're sending more men in. A few slightly scary looking troops, but nothing too terrible. Unfortunately, they'll at least send in the same level units as us, so we're going to have to see how we can do. But I've got a long list of units there to keep us safe, so that is a positive. If nothing else, I do have spies in all these towns currently, but Susa, if I can get a second one in there, that might cause them a few more troubles. You go over to good old Ekbana. 70% as well. Yeah, you see, it's not quite as bad as it is on... Oh, damn, I lost. On Barbarian Invasion, but there are a few problems in terms of their public order. They're a big empire, I suppose. And the AI loves to either leave these completely empty or completely full stacked. So we'll have to see about that. Right, checked. Oh, if these guys would like to attack them, they would definitely win, wouldn't they? They definitely would. Okay, Banu has double full stack, which means Taxile's time might be short-lived. So, yeah, Dr. Pura, in fact, over to Keta over there. Right, today, what is our plan? Our plan, in essence, I suppose, is to, well, I think just to keep tracks, really, of what's going on in this part of the world. We need to try and hold on to it, but it's not really where the main affairs are going to be, as far as I'm concerned. You want to just build up the spies, send them out. The old town of Heartbreak over here, sadly, well, not sadly, isn't being attacked, which is very good, actually, Thomas. Set up a meeting hall, so when I do have money, I'll be able to go and repair those troops. For the time being, just going to keep an eye on where they are. Why we can't see them now, I don't know. Interestingly, though, they're not attacking. They seem to just be heading back to their capital. Which is interesting. I love that this is the Persian capital, which is quite funny. Yeah, so they seem to be leaving us alone, which is probably for the better. It gives us a better chance to snipe them off. Of course, they are also single faction over here, single city faction, as Scythia and for Thrace here. So Any snipe of them would be ideal, but we'll have to see if opportunities come along. Sinope doesn't have an awful lot. I need to sack a town, though, because... This is a good point, actually. I do need to sack a town. And if my spies tell me nothing really is going on in this part of the world, get yourself here. Okay, there are no more big armies hiding around the corner. That's good. Send a peasant as a scout. Nothing in this direction. Okay, we can definitely go for Lampsacus. We are going to go for Lampsacus. What do I have? A bit of blending, but I don't want to overblend because you never know how, when we're going to need these troops in a pinch. So let's just make sure we are as rounded as we can be for this. Right, let's get some of our best troops. Get the Carcadas first and foremost. You, sir, how are your stats? You're a local hero. Oh, indeed you are, sir. Indeed you are. Right, we're going to gather your forces together and we will take Lampsacus. We might not be able to make it rebel, but we can certainly take it off them nonetheless. Okay, I would love to... do I need the extra cav? Probably don't, you know. We'll take what we've got. We'll take pretty much all that we've got. These guys will be useful just for pushing around because we don't have to worry about the public order. We'll just put that on to high tax rate, very high tax rate. I don't need that to grow, so I might as well whack that one up. Yeah, of course, some of you might be thinking, why aren't you putting things on high tax rate or very high? Because it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter, but because of rebellions. But I do like the population to grow, so it's just worth sometimes letting the population grow. But Sinope, for example, is pretty high on the population anyway. So we do need a bit of sacking money. So Lampsacus and Isis would be good if I can get them. But there is a Persian army floating down there. We know we can defend with the force we've got, but we don't want to push it too far. But I need the money soon, particularly that next turn actually, because I'm losing money fast and I can't really push on without some more funds. But things are looking positive. We're not immediately losing heartbreak. And I think we look like we're not going to be losing key territories just now. But Tession, that's the real question. There is a little force taking on our peasants. They'll withdraw, but they're going to get themselves knocked out. A little bit unfortunate, but they are just a scout force after all. Down to 95. Ah, they're completely killed. Yes, of course they would be. Okay, more towers and things coming in here. That isn't ideal. I would like them to attack with as minimal in terms of siege equipment as possible, but I suppose the plus side is we still have some men to make use of, and these guys could be useful. We're going to send them down here because we do want to counterattack up in this direction. This force is important. Even if we lose this force is important because it is going to allow us to sack a few territories. This looks like the best position for that right now. As for this force, they look like they're fairly doomed actually. So I'm going to leave those 15 Persian infantry in the town, and otherwise I'm just going to send those lads forward, and we'll just have to see what happens with this. If we lose it, it's not the end of the world. If you can reinforce Pera and move on from there. I'll be honest, I'm going to get rid of my boats at this point because they're not really gaining us anything. They're just losing us a big pile of money. And frankly, I'm pretty certain the game will be cheating when it comes to them. So I'm going to stop, actually. We'll likely get some more boats in the future. It'd be nice to disband this as well, but sadly it's not in my port, even though I consider these entirely my waters. You, sir, head into there. 85. We're really struggling to actually take that. So you head into there instead. Just try and get a couple into these territories. It keeps them trained up if we keep on sending them around like this. So we will do that. Okay, we've pretty much got a spy in every town at this point, which is very nice. Let's head into there. 85, not great from their point of view. Siles, that rebelled. Interesting. So it rebelled back to them. That seems unlikely. Oh, I probably just smashed the buildings, didn't I? Probably I did, you know. Can't see the public order just yet, but we can potentially get there in a turn or two. Right, you, sir, just hang around here. Hang around in Taxi there. It doesn't really matter if you're in the town, because you'll just stick in there after they sack it. Good. Good, good. Right, doesn't look like there's too much at the immediate term here. We just need to go ahead straight into Lampsacus, so we'll just waltz in. We'll want to resolve that. We've seen enough of that kind of battle. Sadly, that doesn't give us enough money to get moving forward. That's a bit irritating. He got himself murdered. But it does at least cripple the debt a tiny bit. Sinope here, you can send your spy in this direction. There's not a lot in Azara. And no Macedonians on the boat. Interesting. Fine, I think we just head straight on to Isis. I don't think they can get round to us. Not without any boats anyway. Yeah, you can only get as far as the bridge, so we should be okay. Did we not have the gate open? We're in terrible luck with the gates, by the way. Oh well. You sir head into this direction. Go into Amida. Hatra's empty. Oh, I'd love to get a random troop and walk in. That would be absolutely glorious. Sadly, I don't think that's likely to happen. Right, you into Babylon. We have pretty much got a spy in every town at this point. I am liking the old spy situation here. It's a damn shame that we can't get any more troops in this part of the world right now. Although he has picked up a nice surgeon, which is always a great piece of retinue. Okay, Lampsacus is damaged. I'll send a tiny troop over there. Actually, we'll send you as well, just because better to have them nearer the action than not. If they want to deal with... they can't actually take on Sinope and us. They can't reach us, so they're going to lose Isis here, which I doubt will be, well, 8,000. Alright, a decent amount. We might get a decent amount of money, and it might give us an opportunity to get back in the black and perhaps get ourselves a few more troops and hold out here. I thought the first battle was the big one, but this one really is a big battle. Parmenion, an epic, historic general, is going to take us on in Ortesion. A big pile of siege equipment and plenty of men to take us on. Now, we know from last time that these javelinmen can cause immense damage. They have golden weapons, so I'm hoping we can cause them all sorts of problems before they even get to the town. The key thing here, though, is that we need to retrain these troops or have them fresh enough to go and counterattack to Pella and take on Alexander himself. So we need to get as much damage for as little loss to ourselves. We might just have a tiny bit of money next turn to retrain, but I'm not sure it's going to be huge. So it's really imperative that we don't lose a lot. But of course, once we're into main battle here, people like the High Pastis here are going to cause us a lot of trouble. So the javelins are going to have to do their filthy work. I reckon we've got it, but how cleanly we can do it is another matter. And of course, with such a strong general and none of our own, this could be a tricky old affair. Let's head in. Interestingly, they've gone for a very strange angled approach once again, but taken us on from all sorts of different fronts. We've got one very lone ram over there. I'm just going to let them get on, to be honest. Now, the flaming arrows are coming over for this tower over here, which the camera's very kindly been awkward about. So hopefully we'll take that down. I don't quite know where they're going. They could be going for here, but they could be going all the way over here, in which case they'll probably get themselves burnt down. But I'm just going to focus on that. As ever, I'm just going to hope the ram burns. We should be okay throwing the javelins in. But if we need to get more flaming arrows in, then I guess we're going to have to get more archers. I'm not sure how we can recruit them. It doesn't seem from my research that we can. I think they are ones that just pop up occasionally. So hopefully we're going to cause... actually, to be honest, their javelin men are getting absolutely murdered by ours, which is kind of funny. So we're doing quite a lot of damage straight away. We do need to hold a little bit of our fire back at some point because, yeah, we don't want to make sure we've used up all of our missiles. They're going to hold some of their men back over there. Although it's mostly cav, and as long as they don't fit for the gate, we're okay with that. But it does look like they might just make it. Can the flaming arrows please shoot this down while there aren't enough men here? That would be lovely. No? Why is the tower not shooting the ram? Oh well. Right, this over here is still not burning down. Shoot at it, you... What are they doing? Arthur Gibbons, the lot of them. Right, you chaps, stop throwing your javelins. You need to just conserve what you've got. They've got some cav over there. Their infantry has been absolutely slaughtered, making their way to the walls. This has been a good day. As for these chaps up here, you go onto guard mode. You've just got to hold position at this point. You'll be absolutely fine. Same with these chaps. Get yourselves over here and onto guard mode. They are... How many is actually at this tower over here? I don't think there's like anyone in there. Interesting. That ram burnt down before it arrived, and they're going to get themselves shot to ribbons. That's perfect. A part of me kind of wants them to just open the gate a little bit, because then we can shoot down their cav, although the cav could cause us staggering problems if we aren't lucky. There we go. There's the flaming tower. They chose to send it all the way around the walls. That's beautiful. And their very strong units are getting themselves picked apart. We've barely lost anyone at all. Indeed, there's just a couple little skirmishes going on, but they don't look like they're working in their favour. The cavalry will have to run off. Unfortunately, we'll have to take them on again later. In a way, a ram breaking through wouldn't be the worst thing, because it gives us a chance to shoot at them or throw a few javelins in, but they're a bit awkward for us to take on. So if we can grab ourselves just a couple spearmen somehow, that would be lovely. But hey ho. Right, these chaps, they've still got their missiles on. They can finish them up. We'll see if the cat want to do anything silly if this ram ever pushes its way in, but I think we've got this battle. The last few high passists are around from walking all the way around the town. Somehow they survived this long. I'm not really sure how they managed that, but they're going to get themselves killed. A few more deaths among this unit here, but pretty much that's all we have lost. About 20 men to each of those two units there. With that, it's just the cav who, presumably, are about to run away. A clear victory for us. Good old Chrysolorus. A beautiful victory for you. Another day, another city to be burnt down. Now the gate is open. Stroll in, just a few kills for them. And an extermination, of course. Rome has conquered. And with that, we have 17. Not quite enough. Vanquisher and local hero. Shame that they think I'm Roman, but there we go. I could have a better trait that's slightly more relevant, but oh well, it will have to do. So we do have ourselves this chap over here that we should probably go and take care of, actually. So maybe we need to go and take him on in the field. Some extra men might be useful for that. So you chaps, get yourself over here. Just going to leave a few men behind just in case we have an issue. You said take him on in the field. Right, they certainly have the better troops here. He says, actually, they've got a bit of experience, but not much more than that. Be good commander being in the wars, so a few extra hit points. Okay, we can take care of this. Let's head in, let's clear out this force, and that should give us a good opportunity to try and hold out at ISIS. Early days in the battle here then, a bit of a skirmish. Early doors, we're just going to send in our cavalry thundering in to their Mardian archers, who are pretty darn terrible, it should be said. So, we're going to get a nice charge into them. It doesn't look like they're going to defend them particularly well. And hopefully, come on, make contact. Alright, fine, get on top of these chaps. They're going to throw in a few javelins, that's fine. I'm not too worried about that. We'll be absolutely okay. Get yourselves over here, please, General. Charge through them. That normally breaks them anyway. Nothing else, we're keeping their archers busy. Swing back, get on top of them. And the rest of the lads then might as well start racing into the sort of direction we want them. So, might just be able to turn ourselves up onto the hill there. Just get yourselves around here. Keep these lads busy. Yeah, that's right. We're not at all repositioning ourselves onto that hill. No. Keep running around, Cav. You're keeping them very nicely distracted. So the heavy battering cavalry seem to be figuring out what we're doing at this point. They're not doing too much about it. The Mardian archers can get themselves over there. And these chaps, yeah, they're coming in down. They're coming in. So, get yourselves. What do you want to do? Largely, we just need to get ourselves in the position exactly where we are. But bear in mind, we do currently have a javelin out at the front. So, unpause that. Yeah, get yourselves back here right now. Back here right now. Back here right now. All of you, run. And actually, all of infantry, kind of ignore your formation and just take on their cav. My cavalry in general is getting himself murdered back here. Well done, you've done your distraction, sir. But Cass does need to be born one day, so just get yourself out of there. Good bit of skirmishing. That's your job. Keep up the skirmish. Okay, they are not doing what I was expecting them to do. Fine. Let's now just get our formation over here. That's kind of what we wanted anyway. Done the job we're looking for. And at this point, oh, now they've charged into us. That's a bit of a shame. All infantry, get on top of them. General, get on top of them. Right, their Bactrian cav are very annoying, and they've gotten just caught us out there. Just annoying. Right, you chaps, go charge into there. High Canian, High Cranian, High Manian, Maniac Cavalry. That'll be fine. This is a bit of a mess, isn't it? Okay, we've now caught them. Bit of the skirmish has turned into a messy skirmish, to be honest. That's kind of exactly what this battle is. But I'm quite happy for our cav to continue. There we go. Look at them all tumble. They really got caught there, didn't they? Okay, missiles. Please run forward. In fact, I'm just going to tell you who to throw in at this point. All of you, in fact, all of you at the Eastern General. Thank you. What I was trying to do was get my Carcadas out in the second line to get a second nice charge in. But to be honest, looks like we're just going to tell everyone to start moving forward. And I think we've got the numbers to just completely overwhelm them. So we're going to do that at this point. That should be absolutely fine. Bactrian cavalry are pretty tough, but I reckon their morale is low after the last little engagement. So we should be able to hack them down. 12-31 for us. Marvellous news. Okay, javelins are starting to fly in, but they need to be on the general, please. So please make sure you do as you have been told. Sheer numbers piling on top of them at this point. That's good. You guys get yourselves over here. Those infantry are, weirdly, get themselves caught near the general. I think he's fleeing, actually. So, bit of a shame. Not going to kill this general, but we'll kill everyone else. The rest of them won't get away. What a messy skirmish this was, but it's kind of nice to have a proper skirmish. I mean, that, after all, is what most battles really were. The sort of main pitched battles that we see on this game are a very rare affair indeed. Normally, it's just a case of a bit of a skirmish and routing the enemy. I think that's what Road War does very well, to be honest. It's very good at just painting the way ancient battles really went, which was essentially making the enemy rout. Very rarely were there lots of people properly killed. Okay, with that, we pretty much cleared them out. Hopefully we do get our other cav back on missiles. Stop throwing your javelins in. It's not going to end very well for us. At least we picked off most of these guys. A few of these iron lads running to get picked off by those Bactrian cav, but to be expected to lose 1 or 2 units. They've actually still got a unit fighting here. I actually realised this. Did they make me rout? I think they made all those units rout. Very strange indeed. Right, General, apparently you still have work to do. There we go. There's the battle. Clear victory for us. A fair few men lost, but at the end of the day, if it just gives us a bit of breathing room, then it has done what it's supposed to. So, with any luck, they can't make it back. We need some more money. I don't know how we're going to do that. We've got ourselves an army marching forward here. I've got the rebel general, of course. Can't quite reach this army. Gave them a poke in the field too. That was a much smaller affair. They're now stuck a bit far away. Now the good thing is this army here doesn't know where to go, north or south at this point. So we're starting to make enough key ground that we're giving them a lot of problems. Speaking of problems, Persepolis, yes. We do need to defend that very soon indeed. As for these forces, what are they doing? I mean, if they want to take on Persia, that's great, but I'd rather we can just nab their land off them. SARS itself, by the way, a pretty good public order. I've sent my spies back. See if we can cause a few problems here. Might give us a rebel army, or a better, this flipping to us at that point. Oh, Siles, you will fall. And as for India, they seem to be ignoring it, which is good news for us. It is a day of epic siege defences, so what better way to keep this... It has been a day It has been a day of epic siege defences, so I guess it is time for us to head into one more on this occasion. Next time, I guess we'll be moving over to try and take Macedonia, but for now, we need to finish up the epic defence that has been this episode here. So, Hacks a man-ish, half a man, been in the wars though, very similar to the last guy we just took on. Strange that, maybe he teleported all the way over here. Anyhow, he has himself a few Mardian archers, cause a few problems, but very much against our battlements. Not enough infantry, to be honest. I think we'll be fine so long as the ram doesn't let in their cav and the chariots, because they can cause a few problems. Plenty of cav that we might not be able to deal with if we've got too many men on the wall. Okay, we'll burn down the ram, hopefully, then the rest of them will fall in time. Let's head in. It's not quite deep fuchsia pink, but it's pink enough for me. I reckon we'll be absolutely fine. Although, unlike last time, no real javelins, just a big pile of infantry. Now, they do have some superior infantry, particularly I'd be worried about the Phrygians, because they were the biggest menace last time. This tower actually might have a few issues being shot, because is it going to get hit by that as well? I guess that will probably focus on the ram. Maybe we'll get lucky. Hey ho, the main thing is I've got my own units of javelins right here, where we can hopefully hit these Phrygians in a moment, because I'd really like to hit them. We are unfortunately going to hit them more shield side, but that's just the angle they're coming in at, unfortunately. So we'll have to see about that. Throw your javelins in at those chaps. If we can do some good damage to them to start with, that would be the best situation. Who decided to build this wall without a tower here? I don't know. Lazy dumb Persians, eh? Looks like we're not managing to burn this down unless we get a much later burial. Burning? That works, doesn't it? Carcades and the Mardian archers over here. Hopefully a few shots will do their job with the tower, but I'm not sure it's going to pick up a huge amount. I've really just got to hope for the fact that I've got the walls to help us out. We've got a fairly even fight over here with those chaps, the Greek mercenary infantry. Going to follow up. Hopefully they get themselves shot to ribbons whilst they hang around. Ideally, we really do burn this ram down though, because I don't have the spear infantry to hold the gate as well. Now, this is where, when I was talking about the pikes on Medieval 2, where the weight of the units is really important, because if you have about 8 units here, and they're heavy units, they just won't get pushed back. But if I've got one, it doesn't really matter. I'm going. Good, we've got the burn. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. We're going to struggle to hold cavalry back. Unfortunately, the angle's all wrong to get the flaming arrows in here. Bit of a shame, but that is what it is, I suppose. Phrygians lost half their men from our javelins, which is very nice. They're now a bit lost for what to do. My, they look very, very cool. It's a shame we haven't got Phrygia on this game at any particular incarnation. But there we go. This game, I mean, as I've kind of been showing in my guide videos, this game could have been so much more. I know it's focused on Alexander, but it could have been an absolute epic. It could have been like Barbarian. Barbarian Invasion's an absolutely fantastic game. I understand that was trying lots of new things. This, in some ways, is trying something completely different in making it all about Alexander, but frankly, you could have done that and still had the kind of the standard campaigns running alongside it. One of the comments on the India video, for example, did say that I'm convinced India were meant to be part of it. Indeed, this game does have an awful lot of budget cuts about it. It's a bit odd, really. Like, I mean, Rome Total War Barbarian Invasion, so much effort put in, and yet this game just has so many weird little bugs and little things like the commentary where they're saying Parthia rather than Persia. Simple things like that. I mean, you would have thought little bits of voiceovers could have been done. It's not the end of the world with Parthia and Persia, but some of the other units and factions, it feels a little bit strange. Should be said. How are we doing this battle? It's just a bit of a shame. I think this game could have been so much more, but I think a little bit of fiddling really helps it out, actually, particularly the map work. I will do a little video following up on the short map video I put in the India section, or the India video, because I think that makes a huge difference. I keep on fiddling with the map a little bit more as I play this game, particularly as the Rebels, because the map is very, very confining. Obviously, it kind of wants you to just go one direction. These guys are doing nothing, are they? Just aim at your own lads. At least you'll kill someone. Yeah, I think overall, once you start to open up all the factions, you remove the Alexander death issue. You start opening up the map a little bit. You sort out the mercenaries. I mean, there are a few little things, and the diplomats, of course, that as well. You start to have a really interesting game here, but I think there could have been a few more elements added in. Oh well, I guess that's the beauty of a channel like this one, where we're just trying to make a little bit more fun out of these old great games. Obviously, it's running on a fantastic engine in Rome Total War, so yeah, it's got a lot still going for it. Of course, I can make a few small edits, and it still turns out to be a brilliant game. Right, we're going to go and get ourselves over here. I don't know how the mobile game is, by the way. If you play the mobile, Alexander, do let me know what you found of that experience, because I found this is surprisingly... I'd be embarrassed to re-release this on phone, even if it is on phone. I mean, there are too many little things about it, I would say. I mean, Rome Total War, great. I mean, I find that I hate playing this, the battles with a touchpad, let alone on my phone. I mean, I do have Rome Total War on my phone just to have a look if I can do some editing stuff. I will see. I might do some videos on that in the future when I get around to that. A long list of things, but no, there's a few too many little things on this that I'd be a little bit embarrassed to release it. Really, it's the same price, I think, isn't it? It's Barbarian Invasion and Rome Total War on phone. They're all like a tenner or something like that. Very strange. It's a bit of a limited campaign, but I think, yeah, when you start to open it up, particularly India was a really exciting one. Maybe we'll see India in the future. I am really not paying a huge amount of attention to these battles here, but that's mainly because we're essentially getting on with them very nicely indeed. They're steady. I reckon the general might be able to throw a few javelins up here, actually. Let's get him into position up there. I reckon he can get some nice ones in. Might have a chance. We'll see about that. Can you try anything? I can see a few of them. It's pretty might just to hit our own, but why not? Give it a go. Can you do it? They don't fancy it. Bit of a shame, that. Bit of a shame. I think this is going to be a long, grindy siege affair at this point, isn't it? It's more of a Medieval 2 style battle at this point. Lots and lots of death on the wall. Really, the absolute kind of battles I hate more than anything else. We still need money, and I'm going to have to retrain these lads. So hopefully they don't get any more armies in before then. Macedonians now are coming forward. They could cause us a few problems, but of course, without the pikes and the walls, they are going to struggle. A few more shots on the towers, doing some filthy, murderous work. Obviously, with no ram, the cavalry are going to flee eventually, so I think it's going to speed it up at this point. Greeks have been slaughtered over on this wall, down to the last one or two. We almost lost the unit back here. I just sent them down to make sure we didn't lose the unit in its entirety. Oh, the javelins are coming in now. Bit late for that, chaps. Bit late for that. There's only like one left. A few more units throwing themselves in. It's a bit of a shame we can't take out all this cav. The balance is still apparently even at this point, but I'm pretty certain if they charged all these cav in an open gate here, they would get slaughtered by the infantry. In fact, I'm a little bit tempted to start moving, actually, some of these lads forward. Could we go and take them on a little bit? I reckon we could, actually. Let's grab all that infantry. We'll take away... We'll leave a few of these who are still fighting. Actually, these guys are having a few problems. We should probably actually go and make sure we've got this side covered. Peltas, you get in onto that flank as well. They're fleeing. Let's just get the old crush going on there. Make sure we've actually won this battle first, Thomas. Yeah, it's just a little bit slow at this part of the world, but that, I guess, is just the way it goes. Yeah, I reckon the rest of them, whoever's left, you chaps over here, should we just get us front ourselves up to them, see if they want to take us on? Why not? These 23 should probably hang around. You chaps, get yourselves down here. Oh, sadly, they don't want to do it. That's a clear victory for us. Plenty of men killed, but I would say we've defended Persepolis. That is an important victory once more. They are sending more men immediately, and that is a big, big problem. What that does mean, though, is that Ekbana is empty. So, good old Heartbreak, good old Heartbreak. We can make use of you. Now, we are still lacking money, which is not what I want to see. 65. Let's get that even lower. 55. Right, come on. Give us some rebels. preferably right on that spot there. That'd be lovely. Keep following these chaps. Just keep an eye on what's going on. Over the north, anything going on? Nope. Between the Aral and the Caspian is absolutely short all. Indeed it is. Right. Get ourselves back over there. Where is our next pile of money? Damn it. Oh my days. He's standing outside of Pella. He's standing outside of Pella. Barman Eon is back there with some men. Can we entrap them? I don't know. It's upon a cav who could cause us a lot of problems. But if someone can eat the charges, we might just be able to do it. Could we walk into Pella right here? Don't see Alexander around, sadly. Guess he's back over in whatever this town was. I don't even remember at this point. Okay, let's finish off today then with one final go at taking on Macedonia. This could be an interesting one because they can cause us a lot of damage. They're cavalry in the field and we are javelin men, but I think we got enough. Let's give it a go. I think the last thing we want to do is have a big wide line here against a cavalry army. I think our best plan is very much... I had to press infantry control. No, Thomas, you have none of that at all. Right, what I want to do... Actually, yeah, let's get the experienced lads in behind. Say experienced lads as if there's a proper set of experienced warriors here. You guys at the front. That's fine. You guys go into one group and we will get the rest of these lads who have slightly more experience, apart from the one who doesn't, in behind. Marvellous! So, that's good. A few of you to eat the charge, a few of you to eat the charge. That's what we're telling. That's not what we're telling them. A few of you to eat the charge, a few of you to get going with the best of it. So, everybody, just get yourselves up here. Thank you very much. Now, we would ideally like to draw them in before the rest of the cav arrive. Let's get ourselves on the hill. It's going to be a tricky one. It's all fresh. Let's keep ourselves fresh. Okay. This is a... They're running away. Don't run away! No! Damn. Well, it's a victory, but it's not what we wanted. They're going to flee to the city. With that, a close victory. That's not what we wanted. Heaven cannot brook two sons, nor two earth masters. Okay, victory and glory. Indeed. Indeed, so you say. But we want to walk into the town. And are we going to get the gate? We're not. We never get the gate. Pete's mahogany table. Right. We are going to put them under siege. Now, at this point, do they have enough to take us on? They don't have a lot. Inside this town, could they win? They certainly could, but in the town, their camp's going to be less effective. That's going to be tricky. Really tricky. Actually, what I have noticed is we've got ourselves some boats now. So what I'm going to start doing is getting my men over here to reinforce. That would be absolutely marvellous. You get yourself wandering over there as well. Okay, next time, we're going to attempt to take on Macedonia. We've got to be very, very careful here. We could cause ourselves all sorts of problems if we are not careful. However, we do have some reinforcement infantry who might be absolutely key because we could do with something to hold the line, any line at this point. We probably need these chaps to hold on in that position. We're struggling with money. Money is really our biggest enemy right now. We do have a bit of a flood. I don't see the flood animation. It is the Nile. That's pretty much what always happens. It killed 2 soldiers. Destroyed a bit of our infrastructure, which isn't ideal. Okay, this place does need to grow, so I'm going to put that down to low tax rates. But otherwise, I'm going to start pumping up my tax rates everywhere. Of course, money is based on our population first and foremost, but we do need to now, I think, just go all in on getting whatever pennies we can. And if that means we need to launch a sneaky attack, I think that's what we're going to have to do. So, Ekbana over here. 57% chance of opening the gates, which means a 0% chance, as we know. We'll leave those peasants behind, but we were going to go over and take on Ekbana. If they're going to wander in this direction, we're going to stab them in the back, damn it. we'll make this work. Right, it has been, well, I'd say a pretty good episode here. I mean, we've got our problems. We still have a lack of money. Our towns are weaker than they were at the start of the day. We don't have the money to retrain them. We lost a bit here, but we do at least have some men lined up. But they have a full stack coming, and I am not sure if we can hold on there forever. Maybe, just maybe, we can hold on for one more assault. We will see. As for the main affair, though, Macedonia. Alexander's hiding in Epidamnus now. Whether he's going to try and come and deal with us, I don't know. He's not 38, which isn't really how old he should ever be. Big pile of spy traits going up there, which is very nice. Yes, we must have a magnificent spy army. They must have really great stats as well. Fine. Pella. That will hopefully next turn, give us the money we need to retrain. Persepolis might be under siege and might be lost. That would be a big shame. But if we do, we're going to start poking them in the back over here. Hopefully, we can see a way of gaining the last Dahe town up in the north. Went a bit, is that Dutch? I don't even know what that was. It was something anyway. We're going to see if we can manage to cause some more chaos in this world. We are definitely weakening our enemies. That, of course, is the long game of the rebels. Look at Persia. They have themselves about 3 chunks of their realm that have just been completely flipped into rebel. Macedonia have been pushed back from Sparta and now have Pella under siege. We have 3 of the barbarians down to 1 city. And honestly, well, Persia do have full stack over here. A lot of the Central Empire is looking very vulnerable. And if I can get these men around to Quetta in a few turns' time, maybe over to Tabai, we're going to be in a good place. But my list of agents that I plugged in the recruitment slots have kind of ended. We're kind of at the end of our recruitment slot now, which means we have very little in terms of what we can do going forward unless we start sacking all of their towns again. So that is very much our plan next time. Finish, try and take on Alexander, try and push out of some of these defensive positions. It's been a big day in defending our towns. Next time comes the real counter-attack. I hope you will join me for that. For now, though, I will leave you. I'm Thomas. This is Tenacious the Human, and this has been an Alexander Rebels campaign. Thank you, and bye-bye.
Go, my pappies, go! Hunt down the German dogs. My chariots are complete lunatics. Stop charging into the spears. Stop charging into the spears. Why do these guys not break? Everyone else has fled. Go home. Go home. What is happening at the chariots?